Hi everybody, welcome. Today we are doing a standing strength training workout for over 50. So we want to have weight choices here. We're going to do a quick warm up, do 3 exercises for our routine, and then do a quick cool down. So let's get going. Starting with our warm up, all you're going to do is alternate driving the knee up. So you want to try and lengthen through the sides of the waist as much as you can. You want to think about having the abs in about 4 inches below the belly button. Have a tall spine so your chest is open and you're breathing. You can always grab underneath the thigh if that feels better to you, or grab your shin, pull up. But as you do that, try not to lean forward. Just try to stay tall as you do that. And this, again, this is just a quick warm up here. And last one each way. Now we'll do some arm swings. I'm alternating the cross of the arms. And again, core engaged. And I'm also thinking about pulling my pelvic floor muscles kind of up and in. So think if you're trying to stop your pee. All right, so from here, last thing I want to do is some air squats. You're going to start small. So maybe it's just down a little and come up. And then just keep trying to make it a little bit bigger. You can take the arms out forward for some counterbalance. And then just keep going a little bit lower. And we'll do about 5 more here. 5, 4, drive all the way up, squeeze the glutes as you come up. You'll see some squats here in just a second. 3 and 2. And last one, little shake out. What we're gonna do first is farmer's carry. So maybe your first set you don't go as heavy. And if you aren't used to lifting weights, stay a little bit lighter today. Core engaged, think about locking the shoulder in the socket. So if you wanna think string attached to the top of your head and somebody pulling that string up. And if you wanna walk the room, obviously I'll get out of screen if I do that. So what I'm gonna do is start off with a march. And the march I'm actually balancing first, just really thinking of rooting the leg down. And then I wanna add direction with it because life, we are adding direction. So I'm gonna go forward, I'm gonna come back, and then I'm gonna switch legs. Okay, so if you can say it, you can do it. Forward, back, switch. Forward, and then just finding that balance each time, staying tall. So if it does not feel like a challenge to you, you need to go heavier with your weights. But when I say that, you have to have perfect posture. So you're really thinking the whole time of the abs contracted, think engaged. Okay, so think like an athlete, keep going with it. Think like an athletic stance where you're just kind of pulling everything in, but you're tall. It's like you're ready for it. Okay, just do 2 more there. And then switch. And last one. All right, and then from there, you're just gonna grab one of your heavier weights. We'll go into a goblet squat. So have a wider stance with the legs, drive those heels down, open chest. Again, start small, drive all the way up. See how that feels for you. See where my mic was there. See how that feels for you, and then you can keep going lower. So we're aiming to do around 12 to 15 reps. So can you do this by kind of thinking of you're dropping those hips down, and I say weight on the heels, but it really is just feet planted the whole time. So you drop those hips down and then come up, squeeze through the glutes. And then let's do about 5 more here. Make them good. And 4, and 3, 2, and 1. I'm gonna put the weight down, and then we're gonna work the scapular Pilates here. We're gonna work scapular muscles. So I'm gonna stand with 1 foot forward, and then when you lean forward, your back is straight, so you don't wanna feel like you're rounding. If a wider stance feels better to you, take that. So from here, make a W. And what you're doing is not just thinking of the arms coming up, contract your back and work against that gravity. Contract your back. Open chest and breathing. And then you can keep hinging further forward if you'd like. Contract your back to bring the arms up. All right, do about 4 more, make them good. Really think about it, contract, contract. And 3, 2, and 1. Let's go back to that farmer's carry again. So again, do you want to walk the room or do you want to stay in place? I'm going to just go forward, back, switch legs. And again, I'm just focusing on that control. You're gripping the weight, which is a challenge as well. And we're just trying to really keep the core stabilized. You know, this builds foundational movements for every single activity that you do. So really thinking your core is all the muscles between the shoulders and the hips. I do want to kind of hike my knee up a little bit. The camera angle's up a little bit higher, so I don't know if you can see that very well, but we will do this here. And again, I'm going to stay on track with time because I got to leave here in a couple minutes. All right. Boom, and switch. Boom. Okay, if you're walking the room, go ahead and come back. Otherwise, we're going to do just a couple more here. Forward, back, switch legs. All right. Last one. All right, there we go. So then going into bending your knees when you're putting your weight down, picking it up. Going into our goblet squat again. So feel anchored, feel strong with it. The toes and knees are pointing the same direction. Start small. What does your body need today? So you are pushing that, you're driving those hips kind of back and down, and then coming up, squeezing those glutes, lift up. So we're working the whole leg, thinking of the quads obviously, but I want you to think the back side of the body. And you're doing this with an open chest. And you don't have to use a weight if you're just starting out, right? Okay, think about it, exhale. And again, we're aiming for around 12 to 15 repetitions. Once you're consistent with that for like 4 months, then you can start increasing that weight and doing less repetitions, but start with lighter weight more. You will get more out of it and you'll reduce your risk of injuries that way. And you're building muscle endurance, and think of hiking and repetitive things that you do. It will help you with those repetitive things. All right, last 2 and last one. Let's go back to our W's. So I'm gonna start my W's without weight, and then I literally have 2-pound weights here. So I had 1 foot forward, I'm gonna switch legs. W, pinch and down. Pinch and breathing. All right, and so I feel like I could add just a little bit of weight. And remember, I'm not thinking of just the arms coming up, I'm contracting my back. And that is how I'm bringing my arms up. If you want a wide stance, take it in that forward lean. You could do this from the floor if you would like as well. Okay, what do you think? 5 more? When I cue other things, I don't count, so you know, we're guessing it here. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. There you go. So now let's just finish off with a couple quick stretches. We'll do a quad stretch, grabbing your foot, pull it to your rear end. If it feels better to you to put your foot up against a wall and lean back, I just don't want the closet door to collapse there. You can do that as well. And I'm pushing my foot into my hand, rolling the shoulder back and down, and just trying to create length through the sides of the waist as I feel a stretch through the front of the thigh. You may feel hip flexor as well. Deep breath in, feel the whole torso expand. Exhale out, and then switching sides, same thing. And again, feeling that stretch through the front of the thigh. Taking that nice deep breath in. Exhale out, and be proud of yourself for just even taking this 10 minutes to do some strength work, building that strength in our muscles, and that helps to reduce risk of injury. It increases our metabolic rate and energy level. From there, we're just gonna round the back. So you're gonna kind of tilt the pelvis underneath a little bit. You're gonna round through the back, spread the shoulder blades, drop your head down. Take a deep breath in, blow out, and then open those arms behind you, open chest. So maybe the hands are on the tailbone there and you're driving the elbows back. Maybe you're interlacing the finger, maybe you're grabbing your wrist. However you do that is fine. Open, big shoulder circles, 3, 2, 1. Let's do 3 pelvic floor strengtheners. So just pull the pelvic floor muscles up, hold for 3, 2, 1, and then release. Do that again. Pull the pelvic floor up, 3, 2, 1, release. One more time. Pull that pelvic floor up, 3, 2, 1, release. We did it. 10 minutes done. So thanks so much for joining me. If you have any questions, ask in the comments. Remember to like and subscribe. And until next time, have a beautiful day. Bye.